Hi, this is Jamie at Stonemeyer Games, and I'm here this week to talk about my favorite game mechanism in one of my favorite games, Terra Mystica. Every game has a different way of letting you know the options that you can take each turn, and often those options limit you, and that's often a good thing. If you're faced with 50 options right away at the beginning of the game, you're somewhat limited, or you're not limited, you're overwhelmed, I guess, with options. And that can be tough for players. And so games do different things, like you roll dice, and the things on the dice tell you the different things that you can do. You maybe have a hand of cards, like in Dominion, you have 5 cards to choose from, and you're limited to those 5 cards and the cards that you can buy. Terra Mystica does it a little differently because there are lots of options on these player mats that you can choose from. And you can see down here, so you start with this player mat filled with various structures. All these spots are filled up. And one of the big choices you make in the game, there are a couple big choices, but one of the big ones is the order in which you're going to build the little structures and upgrade to the bigger structures. And what I love about this mechanism is that it's essentially order of operations. It opens up so many different possibilities, but at the same time you're limited in the short term. So like, you're limited in terms of the number of workers and the amount of money you have. And so the things that you can do each turn are limited. But you get to choose which path you're going to take, I guess. And the thing I love about it is that as soon as you choose a path, especially in this game, you not only feel good about it because it's a unique path that you probably haven't done before, and there are a lot of different races, so you may not have done the same path with the same race, but immediately you're also kind of wondering, like, what if I had done a slightly different path? Would that have been better? Would that have been worse? And you don't really feel stuck with the decision you made because you can always build something else and upgrade something else. But every little decision you make makes every game feel unique. And you always feel like you're moving forward, that you're making progress in this order of operations. So I really, really love this mechanism. I think Eclipse does it too. I think I like the way that Terra Mystica does it better on this player mat. And other games do it too. A lot of games have different order of operations, and oftentimes there's tension. So in Terra Mystica, there isn't a lot of tension in terms of the order in which you're building these structures, because it's your own player mat. No other player can influence what you do on your player mat. But on the board, there are some limited actions, and the different hexes that you can build on are maybe close to other players that are trying to build stuff. And so you're trying to balance, like, building up your empire and building out before other players can do that, or before other players use their magic up here, their power, to take some of the limited actions on the board for that round. So there's all these options, but I don't know, I just think it's so clever that the order in which you take them kind of tells the story of a game in what would otherwise be a pretty dry, heavy Euro game. But you're telling this story that is going to be unique from any other game that you've played of Terra Mystica. I think it's pretty difficult to play the exact same game twice in a row, even if you have the same race. So that is my favorite aspect of Terra Mystica. I'd love to hear if you have other games where order of operations really comes into play, and where you feel like you're going down a different path and splitting off, which adds variability and a lot of replayability to the game. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks.